Welcome back to episode 14 of the Jungle Podcast. I'm your host, John. You know Jeff. We have two friendly faces on the screen that are joining us, some of our resident Major League Baseball experts, Tim and Zach. Tim and Zach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, John.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
And Jeff.
Good to see you. We appreciate that, Tim. Thanks for the shout out. We figured we'd bring you guys back on to make up for the slack of what my knowledge, the lack of what my knowledge is when it comes to Major League Baseball. So glad to have you guys on here. But I did research. What's that?
Bring us back on.
Bring you on. And I did do research for this. Looking forward to a fantasy a full baseball draft here later on in the episode. So thanks for coming, guys.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. I know we had talked about having a baseball episode for probably 3 episodes in a row now, if not longer. It's finally here. So excited to do some of that with you. Before we hop into some news and notes, a couple places to find us. You can find us on Twitter at The Jungle Pod. You can find us on any listening platform as The Jungle Podcast. And you can find us on YouTube as The Jungle Podcast. I'm not sure how we're going to post this big of a draft, but we'll find a way to do it. Maybe it's a screenshot and look for some feedback on those.
Yeah.
So I guess let's kick it over to you. Any news and notes that you guys wanted to share?
Zach or Tim, you got anything?
I do.
What's up, Zach? Share it with us, bud.
Zach.
I'm going to piggyback off of what you said a few podcasts ago, Jeff. The whole SpaceX not launching. Well, it actually launched this weekend, and that's going to segue into my kudos as well. But pretty cool that we can finally it's a private company just sending people into space. It's pretty awesome.
I have something to add on that. You see that so Andy Milonakis, we know him from like our high school days with the Andy Milonakis show. You see he had like the third largest or third most liked tweet ever when he tweeted they picked a great time to leave the earth.
Or like good, it was like good choice or something like that. Yeah.
He got like 3 million likes, I think, on it, which was it's like him, and then it's like Lady Gaga, and then somebody else. But
I honestly would have thought that Andy Milonakis was dead. I didn't even know he was still.
Me neither. I haven't heard that dude in ages.
Jeff, you're a big Milonakis guy.
Huge Milonakis guy. No, I haven't thought of Milonakis in probably when was that show even on? Was that high school?
2005. I can still
2005.
Yeah.
So he got the third most likes of all time.
I heard that. It was kind of secondhand information. So all I know is that's what I heard. I heard third most for a tweet ever.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, look that up.
Yeah, look it up. I know you got like.
Let's get some fact check in here, Tim.
Yeah.
I read it on the internet.
It's got to be true.
Hey, it's got to be true. I believe it though. I mean, I guarantee you, Andy Milonakis has a shit ton of followers. I mean, his show was really popular back then.
No, I kind of forgot. I forgot he existed too until I found him on Twitter.
I think you're giving Andy Milonakis too much credit, Jeff. I mean, he hasn't been relevant for quite some time, unless he's just having a massive cult following.
I know he hasn't been relevant, but you know there's a lot of people that aren't relevant that are still probably have tons of Twitter followers just because a bunch of idiots watched the show back then. You know? Yeah.
Any resolution on that, Tim?
I'm not seeing a whole lot confirming that it's the third most liked tweet of all time.
Are you signing anything denying that it's the third most liked tweet of all time?
No, but
okay.
I've seen a news article showing that it's there's an article about the tweet.
It's doing numbers. Let's just say that.
That's true.
Cool. Other news and note I had, so, we have human rights protests nationwide. We have COVID. To add more positive news to the world, some more positive vibes, I read that Ebola has a new pandemic breaking out right now in the Congo.
Yeah, I saw that.
As if the other trials and tribulations, we're experiencing right now weren't enough. Let's throw Ebola into the mix. Who wants to eat some flesh?
I've also seen that murder hornets are now expanding and they're finding them in more spots. So those are also starting to invade the United States. Let's just
in the Midwest.
I don't think they're in the Midwest yet, but they're still on the West. But I mean, let's just keep 2020 rocking, and we're midway through the year, already June. Let's see what else comes up.
Do you see that meme of it was like an alien sitting on his couch, and it was like aliens watching the Earth going, "This season's fire."
All right. Hold on.
It would be. It would probably be better. This 2020 would probably be better than the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
If you were to write it down.
I found some clarity. So Andy Milanakis was the one who tweeted it. And it was a screenshot of the most liked tweets of all time. Number 1 is Barack Obama. Number 2 is Barack Obama. Number 3 is Andy Milanakis.
That's elite. That's elite company.
Shout out to Barack, man. 1 and 2. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Let's see what else we got. Number 4,
That's pretty cool.
never heard of this person. A lot of them are Obama, Kobe Bryant, Ariana Grande, and one just completely no-name person, King Miles, whoever that is. So
Shout out to
you say Ariana Grande? Is that what you just said?
I'm not a big Grande fan. I don't listen to a lot of Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Grand.
She's Italian.
Great.
Clearly, I am a huge Grande fan.
Big fan.
But well, look. So my news and notes. The UFC is still continuing on. I just wanted to mention that we had kind of an episode about that. UFC 250. Amanda Nunes is fighting this weekend, defending her title. And the big thing is UFC is getting back into Vegas. So it's not all in Florida. They're getting back to what they're used to. Hopefully this is a sign for sports to start coming back and being in a lot more, normal venues, even if the NBA goes all and plays in Florida at the World of Disney or whatever. At least sports are starting to come back. It's a good thing.
Is Dana White scrapping Fight Island?
You know what, dude? I think he actually is still going to do that. Who knows what Dana White.
I actually heard he's still going forth with it too. So I think
I
think he's already in the process of buying the island, and then it's like once you have an island,
you got to fight on it.
I mean, he might as well get some people on it. Call it Fight Island, right? Like,
if I'm buying an island, I'm bringing people on it to fight each other. 100%.
Especially if you run UFC. And, what fighter wouldn't be like, sure, I'll go to Fight Island?
Exactly.
It's like a TV show.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
so, I guess, Jeff, you want to kick us off with your kudos of the week?
Yeah, that's fine. I found a really cool story. This is a completely off the wall kind of just looking for things that kind of good news that is happening because obviously, a lot of bad news going on right now. But I found out that there's a man in Zimbabwe who, after finding that his African city was missing from Google Maps, he created 2,000 miles of Google Street Views in Zimbabwe on his own.
That's wild.
I thought that was pretty cool. Kudos to him. His name was Tawanda Kanhema. I'm sure I'm probably not saying that the best way, but hey, look, I think that's a pretty incredible feat. Pretty cool story. So now his town is on the map in Zimbabwe. We can all go find it. Maybe that'll be a little treasure hunt that we can do sometime on an episode. So
Not
literally
to
Put that city on the map.
not to put myself on his
put that
level,
city on the map.
but I actually adjusted my address on Google Maps, so now my food deliveries actually come right to my door. So,
hey Tim, my second kudos of the week goes to you for adjusting your food delivery.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. You know what? In the pandemic and all that and everything, that's an important thing. Now you know how to get food to you. So that's a win. That's good. That's a win. That is a kudos to you, sir.
Thank you.
Zach, what about you?
So my kudos of the week, like I said, is tied into the whole SpaceX thing. And fellow Wyoming high school alum, Jeremy Hollander, he graduated in 2003, and he works for SpaceX currently, designing the spacesuits that they were wearing. So I just want to give a shout out to him. And he actually was friends with my brother growing up, so he was around the house a lot. That's wicked smart, obviously. But just want to give a shout out to Jeremy Hollander.
How much do you think one of those suits costs?
More than
I don't know, but I will say this: when I first saw them, and I'll be honest with you, it looks like they went to the local costume store and they're trying to be astronauts for Halloween.
Dude,
Jeremy's got a very humble aesthetic.
It's straight up Star Trek.
Yeah. Look, they're a lot better and probably way more comfortable than what astronauts are used to wearing. Obviously, it took a lot going into it. I was just kind of surprised that's what they look like.
I'm surprised Elon Musk didn't bring Kanye West to consult and put Yeezy literal space boots on him or something. He's a wild man.
He is a wild man. He is a wild man. Well, good one, man. Hey, shout out to Jeremy. Pretty cool. Wyoming alum doing big things. Tim, what about your kudos of the week, man?
I'm going to do a despot of the week.
Oh, yeah.
But it's actually his – so there's the Sultan of Brunei. I'd like to talk about his brother, Prince Jeffrey. He huge scumbag. So there was – at one point, he had paid a harem of up to 40 women, and he was accused of embezzling $14.8 billion. Was spending around 50 mil a month. And to bring it into some sports – into the sports arena, he paid $1.5 million for a badminton coach. And he also flew out Joe Montana and Herschel Walker, who he paid at least $1 million each to teach one of his sons to play football.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And
That's
where
all I
did they?
I don't even know what to say to
they
that.
play football?
There's
Probably not a team. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like what's the point?
Wow.
Oh,
So the competition is not stiff.
the last one, and for his 50th birthday, he paid Michael Jackson $17 million to perform at a custom-built stadium, which is 100% money well spent, but that's wild.
Where did you say this guy was?
He's the Sultan of Brunei's brother.
Sure.
So how much money is that guy really worth? Because obviously it's not public. How much money does that guy have?
Let's
billion.
see.
And his public net worth is probably not exactly what it is.
No.
Like,
He's
come
Sultan.
on.
The
Yeah,
whole
that's what I'm saying.
place is his.
Yeah,
That's
he has
everything.
everything in the name.
The streets
just-
are his. The walls are his. He's the
Yeah.
Sultan.
Yeah,
Like,
everything.
ever.
The air they breathe there is his air.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you're gonna smile about it.
Hey, you get pissed off, you better hold your damn breath until you walk out of his territory. 'Cause otherwise, you're not stealing any more of his air.
Because if you made it to $14.8 billion of embezzling that type of money, like, what's the pot to begin with?
Right. How much do you have to embezzle?
Yeah.
That's
Probably
ridiculous.
100 billion or something.
That's
Who knows?
wild.
Quite a bit.
A lot of
Tim, I
those-
like that. I like that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say a lot of like the rich people who run a country, like the Saudis, like they're worth more than
Trillions.
you know what I mean?
Trillions.
Like, yeah, you really can't put a number on their wealth because they own
The
everything.
house of Saud is absurdly wealthy.
Or like Putin.
Yeah.
Like Putin, they talk about like what is that his actual wealth is, and they say like he could be the richest. So
I love that. I like that addition, Tim. The despot of the week. That might need to be become a staple.
If I come back, I'll add some additional horrible people.
I like that. Good deal. John, you're up, buddy.
all right, so for my kudos of the week, I had Seth Rogen. So Seth Rogen's been very vocal about like, you know, he's supporting Black Lives Matter and all this stuff. And, you know, whenever you take a side on anything, half of what you're getting is like just ripping you to shreds. People saying they're not going to watch his movies, this and that. And Seth Rogen has literally just been tweeting or just responding, "Fuck you," and then reason to like everybody. And it's just refreshing.
it.
Like, I just like when people stand by something right now. Like,
Yeah.
Even if like, it doesn't matter really what it is, just to see a celebrity actually take a stance, like imagine that and, you know, go out on a limb. Kudos to Seth Rogen because he's like, hey, like, this is my viewpoint. If you don't agree with it, don't watch my movie and fuck you.
Good.
I think that's good.
Yeah. We need more of that from people that are going to, you know, because he's a man of prominence. People are going to listen to him, taking a good stance on something that means something. And so I love it. Yeah.
For sure.
I like that.
So that's kudos of the week. I guess transitioning to some baseball. We've been doing a lot of league updates. There's actually an NBA update that I saw. I think they are getting – it seems like NBA is the closest one to agree on something to come back. So if you haven't heard about that, go check your ESPN. But for baseball, the last week the owners put out a proposal, I think, for like an 81 or 82 game season. This week it came out, the players came back with a 114 game proposal. And so basically, you know, they're getting closer. It seems as though, you know, between all the leagues, that baseball kind of seems like the one that's on the least of the, you know, same page. And I think there's also some concerns like, all right, well, everyone comes back and we have another COVID outbreak in a month and we have to shut everything down. What happens then? Like, who gets paid what? So those are some like the final hurdles that they're they're running into. And I actually saw Zach. Did you see there was something that Tucker Barnhart, I think, was in the Enquirer? Or Tim, did you happen to see that?
No, I did not.
Don't follow Tucker too much.
What's that?
So I'm not following Tucker too closely these days.
Yeah, it was an article in the Enquirer. That's why I thought you might have run into it. But I think he had some thoughts on it. I didn't actually click on it myself.
Yeah.
But, no, those are all some positive things that looks like we're trending in the right direction.
Yeah. And look, when it comes to them, I get like the players saying, I'm not playing if we're taking a pay cut, because they're 100% right. They're taking all the risk when it comes to their health going out and playing. They got to find a way to pay these guys what we've allowed them to get paid
without cutting 50% of the minor leaguers. That's where I
dude. That's the most absurd thing of all time.
It's so bogus. Did you see, Tim or John? I know Jeff. I doubt you saw it, but with Trevor Bauer, he's obviously very vocal on social media and everything like that, and he's been very vocal about this whole situation. And do you guys remember Kyle Loesch, the pitcher? He had like
St. Louis.
He had the little flavor saver.
Flavor saver?
Well, he went after like Trevor Bauer and his stance and everything like that. And Trevor Bauer just like lit him up. It was fantastic. But he did do one thing.
The stance, like to get back to playing, or
like he was like Kyle Loesch essentially sounded like an old fuddy-duddy, like yelling at kids to get off his lawn and shit. And Trevor Bauer was like, he did something that I hate and I think is just like so like played out at this point. He hit him with an okay boomer, which is like it's funny, but I don't know, at this point it's kind of
it's only funny because Loesch is like 6 years older than him.
Exactly.
He's not that old.
He retired like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny, and I'm like, I love Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, I do too. He's good on. He has like a bunch of. He must have a deal with Momentum on YouTube because he puts out a video seemingly like every other week right now.
And the Reds hired that dude from his pitching academy or whatever that was. What was the name of that place, Tim? To bring him in.
The what?
The academy where Trevor Bauer would go and get like all the spin rates and everything like that.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what that was called.
And the Reds brought like the guy that, I don't know if he founded it or whatever, but he's on the Reds staff now.
Nice. That's good. It's a good sign to see that the Reds are willing to hire a guy like that.
Go into the more, sabermetrics world of things.
Yeah. Well, the Reds had a hell of an offseason.
Buddy.
Dude, they spent more this offseason than they spent in the past 10 years in the offseason. That's all you
Best team that never played.
Best team that never played. Hopefully,
super disappointing.
We'll find out.
Hopefully, we'll find out. Both Cincinnati teams, Bengals and Reds, actually did some stuff in the offseason to get better. The Reds, I think, got better. Where we'll see with the Bengals.
The Reds going into this year, you guys know, because I texted you at that point in like February. I was so thirsty for baseball. I was texting probably 10 articles a day. Every podcast.
I was like, John, I'm at work.
Yeah, I was too. Just I wasn't being as functional at that point. No, like, dude, I was so excited. Like, I got my Let It Fly on today. Like, I was ready to go.
I was super excited, and like Zach, you know this. I've always been wanting to get more and more into baseball. I love the sport of baseball. I just haven't gotten like so into it, and I was super excited this year. The Reds did a ton of stuff in the offseason. It's been getting more exciting, so I was super pumped. I can't wait till it comes back.
I remember when I got really excited was when they signed Moustakas. I was like, they want to win because he's a bona fide, like, I'm not going to say he's not a superstar, but he's a bona fide.
He's an all-star.
It's a huge free agent signing.
He's a World Series champion.
Exactly. And
that's a big-time signing.
I mean, this Shogo Akiyama, or if that's how you pronounce his name, he's obviously unproven, but, it's exciting about him. But, again, like
Castellanos.
Castellanos was the one where I lost my mind.
Yeah.
You're kidding. We don't get this player.
No.
For sure not.
He doesn't come to Cincinnati.
No.
He is now.
Dude.
Right.
And maybe not, though. We'll see.
We finagled shit at it. Dude,
we don't get to play.
That's true.
We'll pay everything. You can leave in a year if you want. Just come try.
That leads me – I have a question. Do you guys know what happens? Like, so if you're a free agent on a one-year deal and a season doesn't happen, what then? Do you get –
It's gone. I mean, we're not going to pay him. We don't pay him, and he doesn't play for us.
Yeah, they're not going to pay him if he doesn't play.
Anything? where's he going to go? Why wouldn't he come back on the same exact deal?
For sure.
A year removed from everything. I don't think worst case scenario, we don't see a season. But I don't think that means the team's not going to be the same team next year. You know, it all depends on how contracts shake out, but I think it's just erased. Like, this never happened.
Yeah. So weird to think about, like, just in the history books and everything like that. It's like just going from 2019 then just 21.
It's basically 1994.
Yeah, 2020, man. Doesn't it just sound so good to walk into a ballpark and watch a baseball game? Get a soggy hot dog from the concession stand with one of those soft buns.
I've seen Tim take down about 4 or 5 of those bad boys.
Dollar bun or dollar dogs.
Those dollar dogs, man.
Dude, Tim always makes a beeline to the dollar dog line. Comes back with like 8 hot dogs. Doesn't share with anybody.
Hey, there's something different about a ballpark hot dog. I don't care what anyone says. There's something different about it.
Shouldn't we be saving this for a little bit?
Are we going to do concessions in the draft?
Yes,
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Great point, Tim. So what we're doing today is our fantasy draft of sorts. So we're doing a snake draft. I believe the order is me first, Jeff, Tim. Are you third or Zach?
No, I'm fourth. Zach's third.
I'm third.
Zach is third. Tim's fourth. We're gonna do snake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end, so we're gonna do full position with DH, 3 starters, 2 relief pitchers, 1 and we're also gonna do our favorite either we're gonna do concession and mascot, or we just do concession?
Both.
We're doing both of them. Both of them.
Let's do both. How about when we do the mascots and concession, we just do them back to back?
For sure. Those will just be there.
I don't think the suspense of like cotton candy or the peanuts better.
I was going to throw mine in the lineup, middle of the draft.
Okay.
Just bypass a good player.
You want, man. Do whatever you want. Yeah, hey, whenever you want to grab those, grab them.
A mascot is very important to the team. All right, John, you're on the clock.
So with the first overall pick of my fantasy baseball draft, I'm going to select Mike Trout, center fielder.
An easy decision.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start at pitcher.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very bold, and it's bold pick. I'm going to do it though. I'm going to go Garrett Cole.
Shoot.
Good pick.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with Garrett Cole.
Yeah, he's gonna win you at least 15 games. He's gonna strike out 200 plus.
I tried to do some decent research on this one. Pretty much every list that I saw, he was 1 or 2 when it came to pitcher. I mean, so I figured why not.
He signed a $300 million contract with the Yankees. So
there you go.
He got drafted. He got drafted number 1 overall 2 times.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And now he's gotten drafted number 2 overall on the Jungle Podcast 1 time.
What an honor for Garrett Cole.
What an honor, I'm sure.
Right.
I can't wait to tweet Garrett Cole and get him on the next episode.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I didn't know you were going to go that way, Jeff, but I'm kind of glad you did. And I'm going to go with the number 3 overall pick. I'm going to go with Acuna Jr.
I like it.
In your outfield, right?
In the outfield.
Yeah.
He's like, what, 22?
Dude, at least. He last year was his first full year in the majors.
Yeah, he played 156 games.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude's a stud.
Well, and just so you guys know, I got a spreadsheet ahead of me. I'm recorded every pick. So if you have any questions on who's taking and not taking, you let me know.
The old pen and paper, Jeff.
Old school, Zach. I like it, buddy.
That's what happens when you can't use your computer to get the Zoom GoToMeeting up.
Yeah, Apple doesn't have Excel on the iPhone yet.
All right, Tim. Snake draft, buddy. You got 2 picks.
Yes, sir. All right, so my first one, or the 4th overall, I'm taking Cody Bellinger.
Ooh,
although I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to use him at first or outfield just yet.
But
where do you want me to list him at right now?
Put him at first for right now.
If you want me to change it, you just let me know.
For sure. And then with my second pick, I am going to take Jacob Degrom.
Degrom.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
Degrom always reminds me of Samardzija, kind of. Don't they have the same kind of little flow?
He cut his hair, but yes, they used to have the same lettuce.
He just looks like him.
Wait, he has the same lettuce. I like it.
He does have that lettuce.
He does. All right, Zach, you're up, brother.
I'm up?
Yeah, snake draft coming back to you.
Oh, okay.
Come back.
Yeah. Well, then with my second pick, I'm going to go ahead and take Christian Yelich.
Man.
Who's that?
What's that, John?
Huh?
People are like talking about him because he got hurt last year. He still had 400 plus ABs. And he was hitting like 339.
I was hoping you weren't going to take him because that's who I was going to take. So yeah. Obviously an absolute stud. I'm going to go with my pick. I'm going to go Mookie Betts.
Mookie,
one of my favorites.
Scratch 4, by the way.
Yeah, are you aware of his bowling prowess?
Yeah, I think Tim. Or it was Zach. You were telling me about it. He's bowled a 300, hasn't he?
Yep.
All right, good. So I have the lead in bowlers.
You do.
John, you got 2 picks, brother.
All right, so I'm going to take first one. I'm taking at shortstop the captain, Francisco Lindor, ladies and gentlemen. Frisco,
that's a good one.
I call him Frisco because we're friends, but you guys call him Francisco.
Did the Reds consult you when they were trying to bring him in? They were like, we got to get Monic on the case because he knows him.
The Redskins.
Who are the Redskins?
The Reds.
The Reds. And there was like that rumor floating around that we were going to get him.
Yeah, whoever believed that, we were never getting him. I was hoping at a moment. I also thought we'd get Kluber. That's a whole other story. I'm glad.
I mean, the Indians dished like their entire squad, so it's possible.
Yeah. I don't know. Why didn't they get rid of him though? They think they want him around. He's not that old.
Yeah,
that's true.
But he only has like 2 years left on his contract.
Something like that. Yeah, I think it's 2 more. 2 more. But I'm going to have him. I'll have him for 1, and that's all I need him for. That's all we're playing for here. With my second pick, I'm going to take Max Scherzer as my first starting pitcher.
I hate you.
Okay.
Scherzer.
I hate him too. Man. I thought I was going to be able to pick up Scherzer and Garrett Cole to start it out.
That would have been good.
Wouldn't have been able to get any hits on me.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and go. I'm going to go Juan Soto.
Ooh, from the Nats.
Mm-hmm. Kid has ice in his veins, man.
He was a rookie last year. I didn't really – how old is he, 20?
21. He showed up big time in the World Series.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that researching this year for fantasy, I kind of I knew the name, but I didn't realize how good of a season he had because I didn't have him on my team.
That is wild. That kid was born in 1998.
Yep.
Man.
World Series champ.
World Series champ.
Good for him.
He's on my team.
All right, let's.
Castro, you're up, brother.
All right. Well, then I'm going to swing it around to my first base, and I'm going to take Freddie Freeman. Always been a big Freddie Freeman fan.
You see the video of him hitting balls with his kid?
It was fantastic. So wholesome. That's why I took him. He's a wholesome guy.
He's a wholesome man. I remember when he was just before he got LASIK, and he was like the nerdy young
blind
1-year-old with the rec specs.
He had rec specs on, yeah.
Yeah, man. Who was
wondered if he
on that team? Did he play with Chipper? I think he did.
With who? Chipper?
He may have.
He might have.
I think they overlapped by a year. And I was like, who the hell is this nerdy looking guy they're talking about as the future? And when you look at Chipper and they looked at him, you're just like, nah.
Chipper Jones was giving him orange slices in between ABs because they laughed.
Hey, Chipper was a beast, man.
He was so good.
So good. So good.
He has a hilarious Twitter as well.
Mammo.
Yeah, Mo. That's right.
That's where I gotta check that out. Tim, you're up, brother. 2 picks, man.
I actually hate having 2 picks in a row. This is awful. I think I'm going to go Alex Bregman, and I'm going to put him at short.
Say a lot of multi-position going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a very versatile team right now.
Hostile, mobile, versatile.
All the all-star utility men.
That's right.
And I think I may go fill my second base and go Ozzy Albies.
Albies.
Yeah. Dude's a stud, man. That Atlanta team is
I think
good.
he's the best. I think he's the best second baseman.
Over Torres?
Yeah.
I think he's better than Torres.
I'm not saying
I-
he's not. Over Torres?
Yeah.
I can't argue with it. Altuve? Over Altuve?
Let's see what
at
Altuve
this-
does when he doesn't know what's coming.
Are we banishing everything Houston in this draft?
No, I took Bregman.
You did. Okay. Yeah. You should put him with his other cheater friend.
I know. Thought about taking no cheaters on my squad, but
Tim's drafting an ethical squad here.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go third base, and I'm going to take Nolan Arenado.
Love that. Love Arenado.
he's a stud.
There were some rumblings about him this offseason too.
He's not a fan of being in Colorado apparently anymore.
Dude, every
Really?
year Colorado can just mash, but they can never pitch. I mean, it's just it doesn't make sense. They have Trevor Story, Charlie Blackmon, Nolan Arenado. They had DJ LeMahieu, and then they just can never pitch.
Who is the shortstop? Tulo.
Yeah, they have Tulo.
Well, he's always hurt.
Dude, and then there was Carlos Gomez. Remember
Yeah.
Cargo back in the day?
Gonzalez.
Trevor Story. There's every year there's a new young bat that just goes for 30 bombs every year.
Well, yeah, because they're up in the mountains, they can jack homers like it's nobody's business.
I mean, that's definitely true, but I mean, look at Great American. I mean, Great American's a short porch too. So I mean,
Yeah.
it goes.
Thin air though.
What'd you say?
We don't have the thin air.
Yeah.
We don't have the thin air.
Okay.
So I'm up, right? Shortstop, Trey Turner.
Trey Turner. Stud.
Dude,
Nothing wrong with that one.
I'm not
That's
on the
your
Trey
boy,
Turner train.
That's your boy, Tim.
Why not?
I don't know. Everyone loves Trey Turner. He just seems I mean, he's really good, obviously, but I'm not. I don't have the same warm, fuzzy feelings that everyone else does.
I'm kind of
Well,
with
I'm getting warm and fuzzy for him. That's why I'm taking him in the fourth round.
I feel like if you like Trey Turner, you love him. If you don't like him, you never really think of. I'm kind of in your same boat, Tim. Like he's really good.
Yeah, for sure. But
I mean, if we lived in Washington, we would love Trey Turner.
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Zach, who's your last pick?
Arenado.
That's right.
All right. So it's me now.
John's got two.
I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. My guy. We didn't even talk about this play. I'm not going to take him, actually. I'm going to take Bryce Harper, Philadelphia, outfielder. Let it fly, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
He
Bryce.
was like 10 on my list of outfielders.
I got him out there with Trout. So on your seats. Let's see. For another pick here, I'm going to go to with my closer, I'm taking Aroldis Chapman.
Dude, right now?
Right
You're
now.
taking the closer?
Right now. Best in the game.
That was a mistake.
Can't wait to hear what
Best in the game.
That's debatable at best.
jumps.
I'm going to go ahead and go, let's see, third base. I'm going to go ahead and go Devers.
Okay. Raphael.
Devers.
Boston Red Sox, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about Devers? Tell us about Devers.
His first name.
He's young. Got a lot of talent.
Boston Red Sox. Look, you guys told me to do some research. I did my research. He's high up on a lot of these lists.
If you're
What's wrong with him?
Raphael Devers, you're doing research.
Yeah. What's wrong with him?
He's good.
He is good. He is really good. I didn't say anything was wrong. I was looking for
32 bombs last year, 311 batting average, 32 homers. 115 ribbies. Come at me.
I like it.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah. Yep.
Fired up
Yep.
over there. Getting me
I'm fired up about Devers.
No!
I'm getting a Devers jersey. I'm getting something to hang on my wall about Devers.
I was gonna wear my Barry Larkin jersey on this, then I started sweating in it because it's like really cheap plastic.
You're sweating. I don't have any air conditioning in my house right now. Look how red my face is.
do?
I can see you sweating.
Yeah. New AC comes tomorrow.
That's big.
Dude, that's
big
literally
time.
perfect timing. It's supposed to be like 93 degrees tomorrow.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
but
show
it
up
didn't help
like
that it was
4.
90 degrees today also.
That's true.
It's really not that bad. I shouldn't complain. I'm down in the basement. Everything's fine. But
think about
I'm
this.
nice and red.
My manager at work last week, it's August in Texas, like 100 degrees every day. He didn't have it for a week. And there's no basements in Texas because it's like bedrock in this part of the state. Like you can't, it's $20,000 to dig it. So no one has it. And he has a wife and 3 kids, little kids. And he was, this whole week has been hell.
Go to a hotel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Go to a hotel.
Airbnb, something.
Find somewhere else to go, dude.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah. Castro, you're up, brother.
All right, man. With my shortstop, this might be I'm big on this guy. Another young buck, Tatis from the Padres.
I was so torn if I was going to take him or Lindor.
Yeah,
Lindor
he's 21, dude. My team is gonna age so well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a freaking. I don't know.
Kid's a
You
beast.
can't even go to the bars, half your team.
Yeah, in the Dominican or wherever they're from, I can.
That's right. That's a good point.
That's true. They can drink there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it back to me?
Nah, I got 2 picks.
Tim's got 2.
Oh, my bad.
All right. With my next pick, I'm taking one of the dopest third basemen in all of baseball, Anthony Rendon.
I love Rendon. All right, another guy who can play multiple positions. So far, we have Bellinger, Rendon,
Bregman.
Bregman, and Rendon. Like that's just like the Latino version of Bregman.
Yeah.
It is.
We should have done, by the way, worst facial hair in baseball because the baseball has the worst facial hair, and Rendon is high on that list.
He's got great.
I'm not
He had
bashing.
great flow though.
Much room to talk.
Shoot. I guess I need some outfield, don't I? Yikes. I guess I'm gonna go George Springer.
Love
Not
it.
bad.
Another cheater. Another cheater.
Surprised you didn't go Billy Hamilton there and really put the speed
Dude.
on
Drew Stubbs.
it.
I forgot about Drew Stubbs.
We could do an episode where we just talk old Reds that like just kind of sucked and were frustrating, but you still like thinking of them.
The only views that we'll get is us watching it back.
Yeah. Dude, he actually had – I looked him up randomly on Baseball Reference probably a month ago. He actually had a pretty decent little career after he left Cincinnati. He went out to Denver.
Yeah, you went to Colorado.
Yeah.
His Wikipedia says former MLB player.
Yeah, he's not still playing. I think he retired maybe 4 years ago.
2017 is when he last had professional ABs with the Giants.
Is it me?
It's you, buddy.
Third.
Yeah. You took 2 there? You took Springer and who?
Rendon.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, I'm going to go pitching, and I got to go with also notable or honorable mention, awful facial hair, Steven Strasburg.
Strasburg is like him and Garrett Cole did this too, but highly touted pitcher that came in and actually lived up to the hype.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty rare.
Strasburg struck out like 17 Pirates in his MLB debut or something ridiculous.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I
That
think it is rare. Yeah, then he got hurt. Then he had like a 2-year hiatus. Then he came back and he's just as good or better.
His career ERA is like low 3s, I believe.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He's been dealing it for a while.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go second baseman, and I'm going to go ahead and snag out 2 of them.
Good pick. I was going to take him with this next pick. So, how about that?
Good thing I did.
Pickle, I mean. Let's see here. So, since I can't take him, I'm going to go ahead and take the best catcher in the game, JT Realmuto.
I hate you.
I'm taking Real
Mundo?
Muto.
Ramuto.
Yeah.
Mundo.
And then I'm going to go to third base and take, let's see, who am I taking at third here? I'm going to take Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant.
Okay.
With a K. Chris with a K.
It's a good pick.
Thanks, man.
That is a good pick, John.
Thank
You
you.
put him out in the outfield as well.
You guys
So
have
no-
really good teams too.
So none of us took Jose Ramirez.
Not yet. He's still
Not
there.
the
Yeah.
year he had last year.
I mean, everyone's got their third baseman
Oh, that's true.
picked.
Do
I guess
we?
you could put him at DH.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what are we doing about? Are we doing like?
Don't forget, we are making a lineup. Like, you need a leadoff guy. You got to just think about that when you're.
I wasn't
Okay.
sure if we were doing DHs as like people that actually do DH.
DH, I was under the assumption anybody could be your DH.
Okay.
Anyone, right?
Okay.
Anyone. Yeah.
Jose Ramirez, I think you found a team.
Perfect.
It sounds like it.
So back to Jack.
It is back to me. Let me go here. Let me take a look. I'm going to go ahead and go with my first baseman. I'm going to go Pete Alonso.
Dang it, man.
That's a good one.
That was the other guy I was like, I'm about to take him. He just had 53 bombs as a rookie.
Yep.
Wasn't that 53? It was the most
Yep.
ever.
Yeah, he's a stud for
Not in the
sure.
season, but, you know.
And he's doing it in City Field, which I know they moved the walls in, but that's still not, it's not Great American or anything like that.
Pete Alonso is interesting also because he was, how they do the Futures game? He crushed in the Futures game, I think, like a year or two. So it's always interesting when you see those guys like Trammell from the Reds.
Yeah.
Or Trammell on now.
Padres.
He's a Pirate. No.
Padres.
Padres. How did we get him? Who did we trade? What trade was that?
Is that
in?
when did that happen in the Bauer trade?
It might have.
I think you're right.
Sounds right.
I can't remember. We'll look that up later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tim,
like,
you have like 14 monitors in front of you. Find out.
I can do that.
So I'm going to go second base as well, and I'm going to take Marte from the Diamondbacks.
Cattle.
Marte.
He's super good.
He was just in the news for something too. Something
Being awesome?
I don't know if it was something awesome or something not sexy or not sexy.
I think he actually already tweeted that Zach Coffey drafted him in the fantasy draft
He's got to be pumped.
on the Jungle podcast.
Yeah. Trammell went to the Padres in that Bauer trade.
I'm reading the San Diego Tribune article right now. Is that yours? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty bummed when they traded him. Actually.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Tim's got two.
Okay.
Wait, who did you just take, Zach?
Kettle Marte.
Marte.
Okay,
From the
sorry.
Diamond-
Okay.
Ugh. Goodness. I mean, I guess I'm going to go Justin Verlander, even though he's 37 years old.
Dave,
Still have to.
He's
Still
found the
beast.
fountain of youth. Man,
What'd you say?
I said he's found the fountain of youth. He just every year.
Yeah, the past 2 years he's been absolutely unbelievable. All right, so Verlander is gone. I think I'm going to grab JD Martinez.
As your what? Outfielder or DH?
I'm gonna put him at
I was hanging on to him for DH.
Me too.
I'm gonna put him at DH right now.
DH.
He played
First
plenty
one
of
off the board.
Yeah.
He's
Especially
younger
when
than I thought. He's only like 31 or 32.
Yeah, he puts up numbers.
It's crazy how young these baseball players are.
Yeah, bro. They just get recycled. It's insane.
Well, the
nuts.
really good ones stay forever too.
Yeah.
But There's just a lot of, like, right now in the game, there's just a lot of really young, good ones.
Yeah, there's a ton of young, just all-stars. All right, well, then with my pick, I'm going to go Walker Ferris Bueller from the Los Angeles. Walker Bueller from the Dodgers.
I like that. Where's he playing for you?
He's a pitcher.
All I'm saying for the kids at home who might not know.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and go I'm going to go back to pitching as well. And let me see. I guess take actually the number 1 ranked relief pitcher in Josh Hader.
You're a dick.
Zach, sorry, who did you take, Zach?
I took Bueller, Walker Bueller.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jeff's face.
What did you like about Hader's 2019?
About his 2019. Let's see. His only struggles come when the team overuses him.
Not the racist tweets that he sent out.
So don't overuse them. I did not know about the tweets. Let's go ahead and get that on record. Didn't know about the tweets. Get that on record. We're just talking baseball here, fellas. We're talking. Can he throw the rock?
Well, I know. Hader is excited to come down to the South and to Kentucky where you're at. So.
Oh yeah, 15 minutes south of where you're at right now. We're way down here.
Blue Cross State.
All right.
All right, so 2 for me. I'm going to take at first base. It's a Cubs party. Anthony Rizzo at first base. And let's see here. Go back. Let's see what we got here. Let's turn some rocks over. So let's see. Trout's gone. Yelich gone. Shoot, man. This is getting hard.
There's still a few solid.
Aaron Judge to round out the outfield.
Yeah.
Trout, Harper, and Judge. Good night.
There's some thunder in that line, in that outfield there.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, it's
That
going to
is.
be lightning late in the night. You know what I mean?
God.
So that's it, right? Rizzo and Judge.
Rizzo and Judge. I'm gonna go Charlie Blackmon in my outfield.
A good pick.
Dang.
Yeah. So when I took Harper, when I looked at him, if you're looking at those rankings I sent you, he's right next to Charlie Blackmon.
Yep.
So
I
was like, speaking of guys who have emerged into great players in Denver.
Yeah. I would take him. This might be a controversial pick, but he puts up better numbers than Harper most years.
Horribly controversial.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't find it very
Beneficial.
controversial, Zach. Notice that he's on my roster, so I like your hot take there.
I would have taken Blackmon over Harper as well.
Oh,
If you don't like home run derby champs, then yeah, you guys would be right. If you like
Home run.
if you
How
like
many games
Masters
did Todd Frazier win?
if you like to let it fly, then come on my team, and we're gonna mash.
Where's Todd Frazier? He's gonna ride the bench in Texas with that home run
Todd
derby.
Frazier is
That champ,
actually
no.
first baseman now for the Mets, I believe.
No, he's in Texas now.
Oh, he's a Ranger.
Ranger. Yeah.
Right. Right. He won Mets last year. Right.
Yeah. I think the Rangers traded like an L screen and a field tarp for him.
It sounded like a loose like F1 from a keyboard that popped off.
Anyways, all right. Then I'm going to go catcher, and I'm going to go Yasmani Grandal. Former Reds prospect.
I like it. It'd be interesting to go through and look at like, hey, former Reds players who did something. Because there's a few right now, man.
when they didn't play for the Reds.
Correct.
Yeah, because we traded them when they were young. Because our last window was 2014, and they were like 20, and now they're 26.
Yeah.
In our
All right. I will take care of my catcher as well. I'm going to go Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez. Yeah.
I had my eye on Sanchez, Tim. I was just reading about him.
Yeah. I was actually going to take Grandal, so that's super unfortunate.
That's why I took him.
He's in your head.
Very nice.
You know what? I think I'm going to finish out my pitching staff, and I'm going to take Jack Flaherty from St. Louis.
Controversial pick coming from a Cincinnati boy.
I know. Dude, he is just so good, though.
Really good. I didn't take Goldschmidt, and I took Rizzo partially because of that, but he's good.
All right. The next person I'm going to take, I'm shocked is still on the board. And, like, if this draft was 2 years ago, he would have gone top 10. Clayton Kershaw.
For sure.
Like,
You love Kershaw.
Yeah, bro, he's filthy. Also, former football teammate with Matt Stafford in high school.
Yeah, that is true. He's like best friends with Matt Stafford.
He played like O-line. He's like 6'4" and just thin.
Yeah.
If he could stay healthy.
Yeah, and his postseason numbers aren't great, but he puts up absolutely stupid numbers in the regular season.
His velocity's falling.
Yeah.
I like that pick. For my pick, I must have something cold coming over me. I'm feeling the fever, a little bit of Bieber fever.
Shane Beeves.
And I'm going to go ahead and go Shane Beeves.
Oh, man.
Couldn't say no to that name, huh?
Couldn't say
tough,
no
man.
to it.
I'm going to stay on the distorting pitcher flavor. And shoot, man, I'm going to take for my first starting pitcher, I'm going to take the best changeup in baseball. Luis
Best
Castillo,
changeup in baseball.
Cincinnati Reds.
He was on my list.
He better be on your list because he's my second starter. For third, I'm going to take Blake Snell from Tampa as my third to round out. So I have Scherzer, Luis Castillo, and Blake Snell in the rotation.
I love Blake Snell. He's got some nasty stuff.
Dirty.
But did you hear that interview I think he did with Barstool where he was talking about, like, putting his life on the line playing with, like, this COVID going on? Like, he just sounded real bad. And
He's a pitcher.
What do you mean?
He's a pitcher. He knows throw ball hard.
Yeah, and exactly. But it was one of those things where I was just like, this guy's a total ass, and I wouldn't even put him on my list for that reason.
I completely agree. I don't like – he says a lot of dumb shit, but he's a really good pitcher. If we want to rake someone across the coals, let's rake Jeff across the coals for having Hader on his staff, huh? How about that?
I didn't know. I wasn't aware of
Change the
tweet.
subject.
I wasn't aware of it. All right. I don't follow him on Twitter.
No, Jeff saw he's number one on the list. What a freaking value pick.
So I took him. I pulled the trigger and I grabbed him.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm gonna. You know what? Why don't I stay controversial then and grab someone, Zach Greinke?
Okay.
What's controversial about him other than just
Cheating.
What?
Houston. Being on Houston.
Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Is he on Houston last year?
Do you guys know
Yeah,
anything about
dude.
baseball?
He got traded there mid-season
Yeah.
from the Diamondbacks.
You know, emotional breakdown in Kansas City or something.
He was
He's
in
so good, though.
Arizona.
Yeah,
Hey, he can still sling it.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah.
really good. Yeah, he's really good.
All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my my DH, and I've got all these young guys. I need somebody that's going to be a
You have
leader.
no leadership on your team.
That's where I'm going, bro. Let me finish. I'm going to get a
Yeah,
leader.
put him at DH. See how much he's going to lead there.
Nelson Cruz, and he's going to lead me to a championship.
Cruise missile?
Oh, yeah. Bro,
Yeah, you don't have to go that old. The dude's like 45.
yeah, look at his numbers.
How many home runs did he hit last year?
Matching with old Bartolo.
Bartolo.
Dude, he's trying to come back.
Yeah,
I
he is.
know.
Big sexy.
I'm trying to lose weight. Ain't working.
Yeah. Nelson Cruz is going to be 40 this summer.
Yeah, and he's probably going to hit 40 bombs.
Literally in a month, he will be 40 years old. He hit 41 last year.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
And
used. and I have nothing wrong. I've long said, let them all juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, give them the needles.
Dude, if
But that was the best. It was the best thing to watch baseball back when McGuire and Sosa were jacking bombs.
You want to even the playing field? Let everyone do it.
Yep.
And it's up
Just
to you.
don't test for it. Just don't test for it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So, Tim?
Shoot. I guess I still. All right. I'm gonna go for more home runs. I'm gonna pick Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo, best first name in baseball. I'll never forget when he changed his name from Mike. Well, his name was never changed. He just started going by Giancarlo, his birth name, instead of Mike.
Well, isn't Michael his middle name? He was like embarrassed if Giancarlo was a kid.
His kid? Okay. Either way, Giancarlo is way cooler than Mike.
100%.
No offense to the Mikes that listen, but.
Okay, so he is off the list. And I think I'm going to take my first reliever. I'm going to go with another controversial reliever, Roberto Osuna.
Osuna. What did he
He beat some woman.
Wife? Yeah.
Yeah, girlfriend maybe.
Yeah.
He also, for some reason, he stuck out. Though what I remember about Osuna was, do you remember last year when the Reds swept the Astros somehow, and Jesse Winker hit the walk-off? It was against Osuna, so didn't want him on my list. But I'm gonna stick with the. How many relievers do we get?
2.
You got a relief and a closer. Yeah, or 2.
Okay. My first reliever, and I'm picking him because I'm a Cincinnati boy, number 1, and number 2. I just like him. Amir Garrett, for taking on the whole damn Pittsburgh Pirates team, and he's nasty.
Yeah, I love Amir. He's a baller, man. He just is.
So,
well, I'm gonna go ahead and close out my entire pitching group here, and I'm gonna go Kirby Yates.
Kirby.
He was the saves leader of the MLB last year.
I know, Tim, and that's why he's on my team. We're all about saving.
he's got that devastating pitch. What is it? His changeup or his slider, Jeff?
All of them. All of them. He led the league in saves. He's got to have a bunch of them.
Hey, I don't hate it at all.
All right, back to me. All right.
That's right.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to round out my offense. So at second base, DJ Lemahieu from the Yankees, another player who blossomed in Denver and then got a big contract.
Yep.
And for the designated hitter, the record holder in Major League Baseball histories for most home runs, number 1 by a Venezuelan-born player and number 2 by a National League third baseman, Eugenio Suarez, designated hitter, mashing bombs, hometown favorite. You know we're playing in Cincinnati. Eugenio Suarez, ladies and gentlemen, is a designated hitter on the squad.
I love it.
Suarez is a fantastic pick.
So all I'm missing right now, and I'm assuming you guys are probably in the same boat or at least one down, is I'm missing my relief pitcher, and then I have to pick a snack and a mascot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to keep juicing the balls next year or this year?
Yes.
So explain what juicing the ball means.
Meaning it jumps off the bat. It's going to fly.
I mean,
I understand they wind it tightly.
yeah,
Yeah,
I believe
exactly.
so.
And I mean,
when it hits the bat, since it's a little bit tighter, it springs further.
yeah, I don't know the science behind it. I could be right, but
Most home runs hit ever last year.
I know that the MLB is dying in terms. They're just getting left in the dust by every other major sport, and they, offense is going to bring people to watch on TV and in the stands.
Right.
So,
That's right.
That's what's frustrating. It's like if you're not going to let someone juice, like if the player can't juice, you're going to juice the ball.
Yeah, it seems unfair.
Bullshit.
But-
like
I mean,
they want the excitement of runs without like the cloud of steroids. It's like
correct.
Right.
And there's another cloud.
Right.
It's called you're juicing the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Give them the ball steroids.
They really, in my opinion, they need to find a way to really just shorten the game. That's what they need to do. You know, I mean, but anyways, that's for a different podcast.
That's right. Let's move it along. I'll go ahead and move it quickly. My catcher, Mitch Garver.
Okay.
Out of Minnesota?
Out of Minnesota.
Shout out to Ian. Shout out to Ian Kadish.
Shout out to Ian Kadish. 31 dingers last year. I'll take him. Big guy up in Minnesota, 6'1", 220. Put him behind the plate. Come steal it.
All right. Well, I'm going to take my last outfield spot. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I kind of forgot I had only two. So I'm going to go with, I mean, he's all right. Not my favorite. Kind of mad at myself. Marcell Ozuna.
Ozuna's a great player. I know the Reds were looking at him for a while. Obviously, he came up in Miami. Part of the greatest collection of talent ever to do nothing is this Miami. You had Giancarlo Stanton, Ozuna,
Yelich,
Jose Fernandez, who passed away sadly, but also Christian Yelich. You had two
back
AL and NL MVPs on the same team.
Yeah, and they did nothing.
The most promising young pitcher, and Marcell Ozuna, and who else? JT Realmuto? Wasn't he down there?
Yeah, he was in Miami as well.
Dude, like the best team to do nothing I've ever seen, like talent-wise. And I know they were like a year removed, but the fact that they decided to blow that team up,
it was ridiculous.
Miami Marlins.
It's a travesty.
Yeah.
It's shocking that when we traded Dan Straley down there, because they had Luis Castillo, too, in the minor league.
Yeah.
Dan Straley. That guy.
All right, Tim.
All right. You know what? I think I'm actually going to move JD Martinez and put him in the outfield so that I can take somebody better than the remaining outfielders. I think I'm going to go with my man, Manny Machado.
As your DH?
Yes, sir.
I was looking at him for a long time. I couldn't decide.
And then for my final relief pitcher, I'm going to go with the Australian sensation, Liam Hendricks, nickname Slider.
All right. I guess then I have to take a closer, considering that's all that's – no, I got a relief pitcher too. I'm going to go with Kenley Jansen as my closer.
He's a stud.
Kenley Jansen.
He has like 3 pitches, but they're incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so I got my DH. So I'm going to take an actual pure DH based on the rankings, and I'm going to go Yordan Alvarez.
Another young buck.
Jordan's a nice player. He is.
Yeah, he is.
Another one that he started doing real well out of nowhere in Houston.
Wasn't last year like his first season?
Like just burst on the scene. Like he came from nowhere and dominated. Right.
Started hit 40 bombs right off the bat.
Yeah.
Good to have him on the squad.
Exactly. All right, so now for me, let's go. So I have my relief pitcher, and then I'm going to go to my snack and mascot pick. For relief, I'm going to go ahead and take arguably let's see. Hold on. I'll take Craig Kimbrel. He's a Cub right now. He's played everywhere. Kimbrel and Chapman in the back of the rotation, like not the rotation, the back of the bullpen.
Wasn't a whole lot of interest in him last year.
He's too expensive, and he wanted to get paid, and he didn't want to play for less than his worth. You know, he's still a baller. All right, so now I'm going to move to my snack and mascot pick.
You should only get one. We need to do snake, so I get an opportunity.
Wait, I thought I was going to take both, and then – okay, fine. Fine. So for my snack, the number one overall pick of my snack draft, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the ice cream in a cup. Not just regular ice cream.
In a cup or in a
helmet?
Cup. In the helmet cup?
Clarifying. Helmet, ice cream in the helmet. I like both sides, the vanilla and the chocolate, swirled together in the soft serve with a lot of the multicolored sprinkles. If they have the cherry, throw it on there too. You got a party. I'm going to take the ice cream in a helmet.
I like that.
You stole it from me.
That's what I'm here for.
Fun one for the kids.
That's right.
Look, for my snack, we already talked about it. You can't find a better hot dog than at the ballpark. Zach, you mentioned how Tim just goes straight for the dollar dogs and grabs 8 of them. Well, I'm grabbing 9. I'm going to go ahead and go the hot dog, ballpark hot dog with that nice soft bun that you get, a little mustard on there. That's my number one snack at the ballpark.
Can't beat a ballpark Frank with a steamed bun.
Can't beat it.
The steamed bun is what makes it.
Tim, I'm missing your closer. Who's your closer?
Osuna and the slider.
The slider.
Hold on. I still have a relief pitcher.
How?
Yeah. How is that?
You have Garrett and Jansen.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, so we're including the closer in the relief pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Never mind. Then for my snack, I'm going to go, obviously, Cincinnati boy. Can't beat a couple conies.
That's right.
Ballpark. Can't beat a couple conies.
I'm going to go ahead and say you can't get a coney without the hot dog. So,
Yeah.
my snack trumps yours.
Pick a new one,
But
jerk.
it doesn't come in it doesn't come in that little foil bag that's steamed.
The hot dog does.
Not the coney.
Well, I know. Yeah, the coney doesn't.
You got
Yeah.
Anatech.
All right, Tim, you got snack and mascot.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Snack. I was thinking about going sunflower seeds, but I think I'm going to go the very classical route and say peanuts.
Ooh. It's a good one. Are you a shell guy? Some people eat the actual shell?
Those people are animals.
Yeah, that's disgusting. What does that do to your insides?
Nothing good.
Fine, but why do you do it? They're not made to eat the exterior. That's like
They're salty and people are impatient.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I think it'd be too stupid to learn how to do it properly,
All right, Tim, who's your mascot?
My mascot, I feel like the easy answer is the Philly Fanatic, but I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go with Dinger out in Colorado.
Ooh.
The Triceratops. Who doesn't love a dinosaur? And the reason why they used Dinger is because when they were building the stadium, they found a Triceratops skull underneath or where they were.
Wait, where is this?
In Colorado for Coors Field.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you did more research on the mascot than you did your entire draft.
Yeah,
Quite possibly.
that was some digging. Good work on that.
Literally.
Nice work.
Digging for Digger.
Digging for Digger. There you go.
I'm
All
gonna
right, Zach,
go,
your mascot.
I'm going to go the it's not an MLB team, but it is a minor league team, and I'm going to go with the Louisville Mashers. They're the bat, but the Masher hat.
I like that. I'm glad I went after you because I just changed mine on the spot. I know exactly where I'm going now. I like that.
That's good. That's good. You switched it, but I'll take it. I'm going to go ahead and go out with the Oakland A's. Their mascot is Stomper, and he's an elephant for no real reason at all. They're Oakland Athletics. It's an elephant. Elephants can't even jump. So I don't know how they're athletic.
They came.
They can stomp.
They can stomp.
They used
They can
to
stomp.
be in Philadelphia. They were the Philadelphia Athletics way back when. I wonder if
Well,
there's
that still doesn't
tie
understand.
in.
That still doesn't say why it's an elephant.
is it like a circus or something? I don't know. Good question. I'll look it
I don't know. Stopper. That's my pick.
Oh,
John,
yeah.
round us out, brother.
Trying this out. I'm gonna take the greatest. If you don't know who this mascot is, just Google it. The Montgomery Biscuits. It's literally a Southern biscuit, and the tongue is a piece of butter melting in the biscuit.
That sounds pretty good.
too.
The minor league teams have fantastic
Great.
mascots.
I know.
They also have fantastic like signature snacks at their stadiums also. So that's a whole another conversation.
Do we want to do lineups? Are we doing lineups? I made one for my team. I don't know if you guys are prepared to spit one out.
I'm not prepared to necessarily.
How about this? We'll post it with the lineup.
We'll post it with the lineup. You guys send me your lineups. I'll get this posted by tomorrow. I got to wrap this up, fellas. It's been a good time, though.
For sure.
Adios, sports fans.
Love you guys.
Joining us, Zach and Tim.
Anytime.
Thanks, gentlemen.
See you later, friends.